Hi, it's Becca from the Saunders Pack, and today we're going to be baking a very special cake for the dogs. So this is going to be a video in our series where I take recipes that I found on the internet, make them, and then let my dogs try them and see what they think. So far everything has been a pretty good success, but today's experiment is very special because it's going to be a cake to celebrate 1,000 subscribers. This will be one of 2 celebration videos. So in this video, we're going to make the cake, and in the next video, we're going to have a little party with the dogs because they deserve it. It's their channel, and look what they did. So let's get started. Today's recipe is going to be from the website If You Give a Blonde a Kitchen, and it is the pumpkin dog cake recipe. Now on her website, she has a double layer cake. I'm only gonna do a single layer cake. But instead of cutting the ingredients in half, I'm just going to use a bigger pan and go ahead and make just a single layer cake. So here are the ingredients you will need. Flour. Of course, I recommend using whole wheat flour if you can. That's what we usually use to make stuff for the dogs, but we're currently out and we hit this big milestone, so I didn't want to wait. And then baking soda, baking powder, peanut butter, of course, applesauce, local honey, cinnamon, salt, eggs, and last but not least, non-fat Greek yogurt. Something I totally forgot to mention in our ingredient list is pumpkin. But how are you going to make a pumpkin dog cake without the pumpkin? So make sure you get 100% pumpkin and not pumpkin pie filling. I almost forgot to say, the first thing you want to do before you get started is preheat your oven to 350. So the first thing that we're going to do is mix up our dry ingredients. You're going to need 1.5 cups of flour. Once you've got your flour, you're going to want to get out the baking powder and do 1/2 teaspoon. And do 1 full teaspoon of baking soda. I'm going to pour this in our bowl here. You're going to do 1/4 teaspoon of salt. I'm just going to kind of wing it. The cinnamon is optional, but if you'd like to, go ahead and add 1/2 teaspoon of your cinnamon. Okay, and that's our dry ingredients. We're going to take this and set it to the side and focus on our wet ingredients. We're going to do 3/4 cup of pumpkin. Alright, so I just rinsed my spatula off. Got a new measuring cup that's a little bit easier to use right now. And we're going to do 1/2 cup of applesauce. After the applesauce, we're going to want to do 1/4 cup of peanut butter. Next, you're going to take your honey, and you're going to do 1 to 2 tablespoons. There we go. They are going to love this. And next, we've got our eggs, and you're going to want to add 2 of those. And fun fact, your dogs can actually eat the eggshells. It's good for them, for their coat, for their skin, for a lot of things. So if you want, you can just throw your eggshells on the ground and let the dogs eat them. We're going to mix up our wet ingredients, mix up our dry ingredients, and then combine them. Alright, so now that everything's mixed up, I'm going to get our beautiful mixture into the pan, and then we can start on our icing. now it's time to go ahead and put it in the oven. And we're gonna set our timer for 30 to 40 minutes. So I've got our timer there on the fridge. It's gonna go off when it's time. And while we're waiting, let's get started on the icing. So here's our bowl for the icing. You're going to want to do a cup of Greek yogurt. Why must it always be like this? Sometimes I wonder how I got here. A girl who is horrible in the kitchen but loves her dogs. And here I am, making cooking videos. I guess this is baking. Either way, as you can tell, I'm really messy, and it's not my strong suit. But I love the dogs. So, here we are. Half a cup of peanut butter is next. And then we're going to do, again, 1 to 2 tablespoons of honey. We have our icing all mixed. I'm going to go ahead and put a lid on that and put it in the fridge. I'm not planning to give the dogs their cake until tomorrow. So I'm going to go ahead and leave the icing in the fridge and I'll ice it in the morning. But don't worry, I'll put a picture in this video of what it looks like. And while we're waiting for the cake to be ready, I am going to do a little speed clean of my house. So I will see you when it's done. All right, the cake is done and it's time to get it out. So I've got my oven mitt. Look how cute this is. And I'm gonna get it out of the oven. Smells good. There it is. So I'm gonna let this cool down, then I'm gonna cover it for the night. I'll come back and ice it in the morning and then the dogs will get to try it. Now that the cake is iced, I have some fun party supplies, including little candles to go on top of our cake. So let's set it all up. So here it is. This is our 1,000 subscriber cake. These are actually supposed to be little candle holders, but I feel like having fire around the dogs is probably not smart. Just a lot could go wrong there, so I think it's cute like this, and we're just gonna leave it like this, all lit up and pretty. Thank you so much for supporting our channel, and I'll talk more about this in the next video, but we're just very grateful to you for subscribing to us and watching our videos and leaving all your nice comments. Just thank you so much. If you're not currently subscribed, I would really recommend that you go ahead and subscribe and click the notification bell, because in the next couple days I'll be posting part 2 of our 1,000 subscriber celebration, where the dogs get to enjoy their cake. I've got party hats and some other fun surprises, so make sure that your notifications are on so you can see when that video posts. Thank you so much, and we'll see you next time.